Okay, this pains me to say it, but I might take this over my own car if I had the money for it. Look at that shit in the kitchen. So tight. So amazing. Now my third choice has to be the Mazda Miata. And I'll even admit that I wanted one back in the day.
Hey guys, it's Ricer Boy, and this is my 2001 Mazda Miata Special Edition. So today I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a look inside this car, why I bought it, and all the things that makes this Miata special because, you know, it's true. I bought a car that's less practical, that is older, and that has less horsepower than my Sentra, but even though these have been done to death, I'm excited to show you guys why I think this can be a really cool project. So let's just get started off with the specs. This is a post-refresh Miata from the NB generation, which in my opinion is one of the best Miatas you could possibly buy besides the Mazda Speed with the factory turbocharger, which means that it has 155 horsepower made at 7,000 RPM and about 4 hamster wheels of torque. Now this goes through a 6-speed manual transmission and a rear limited slip differential. Additionally, since this is the special edition model, it's basically a top spec car, and the color that it is, which is British Racing Green, was only made for this specific vehicle. So it's limited production, and yes, it is a rare color. I also have a real gnarly wood e-brake handle, shift lever, and steering wheel. All of them are basically perfect, so I don't intend on changing those. And this car is actually such a pristine example, it even still has the window sticker. Also, I only picked this car up for $3,900, and I paid it all in full. I don't have to worry about payments and higher insurance costs or any of that stuff. This car, as it sits, is completely mine. And also, quite deliberately, I got it in a very stock state as well. If you want to know everything that's been done to this car, it has EBC green stuff brake pads on it, it has a cobalt cold air intake, it has a color-matched hardtop, which is on right now because it's the winter time. And it has these XXR 527 wheels, which I was actually originally going to put on the Sentra, but the lug pattern also worked for this car, so I figured we could have a little piece of the Sentra on this new car as well. And of course, with new wheels comes new tires, which are General G-Max AS05s, which are a 205/40 R17 size. This car also has 151,000 miles on it, and it only weighs 2,300 pounds. And there's nothing wrong with it. The most amazing thing is that since I bought the car, there's been no check engine lights, nothing arrived, nothing that's really needed to be fixed. It just has some normal wear and tear for a car that's as old as it is. And it's a really good example. Something that I am really glad to have with this car is a nice paint finish, and really with the aesthetics pretty much out of the way, it means that I can get a really focused, track modified build with this thing. So if you're wondering on what I'm really planning for this car, I'm thinking that it would be great to have some autocross chops with it while also still having it, you know, be aesthetically pleasing. And unlike any other Miata build you're going to find on YouTube, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a public spreadsheet which I'll provide to all of you guys to show you exactly how cheaply you can build one of these cars. Because I'm tired of people who get old NA Miatas that have basically nothing good about them except for pop-up headlights, dumping $20,000 into them and then still saying that Miatas are budget builds. If you want a best value Miata, you need to get one of these. So as I modify this thing, I'm going to provide a spreadsheet link in my description below in case if you're ever interested in how much money I'm spending on this car or what mods I think are actually worthwhile to do in a Miata. Because this car has a lot of things that are great about it. It comes with a wireless key fob, so I can actually open the trunk and lock and unlock the doors without using the regular key, like a NA Generation 1. It has just enough horsepower to get out of its own way, even though it's not as quick as the Sentra was. And really, I'll be perfectly honest, I thought Miatas were overrated until I drove this thing. And it is one of the more fun cars that I've ever driven in my life. And like everybody already says, it could use more horsepower, but it's not really the point. I mean, once you're throwing this thing around corners, you don't have a care in the world. It's awesome. And most importantly, I hope that you guys like it, because there's so many good things to love about this car, and as we have misadventures with it, you're going to see all the benefits that it has to itself. You know, I've always just liked Japanese cars more, and this is one of the best Japanese cars you can buy. I mean, there's a saying out there that Miata is always the answer, and it exists because, well, it's true. And listen, I have wanted an NB Generation Miata for years. That's why, if you look to my old videos, I mentioned it in a top 5 list on best manual transmission cars you can drive. It's why I looked at one when my brother was shopping for a car. There's really a lot to love about it, and if you want to know how much I love this thing, let me show you something weird. I bought a stuffed version of my own car. So as always, if you have any questions or concerns, just put them in the comment section down below. I'd love to give you an answer and an explanation on anything I can help with. And I really think it's a great new era on the channel. I mean, there's a lot that I can do with this, very clearly, and it's going to give us a lot more videos to enjoy. I'm excited to see where things go from here. So as always, thank you for watching, and peace out.